Hi everybody. I feel like the writers of Bold are listening to me because I said keep going with storyline with Katie and the new line, and that's what they're doing. So okay, now uh, I go back to what Matt Atkinson said, and Matthew Atkinson is the one who plays boy, hold on, Hope and the boy. I forgot his name for a second. Okay. Thomas. Thomas Forrester. Sorry, honey, I forgot your name because you're hardly ever on screen anymore. If you were on screen a lot, I'd remember your name. Trust me. You're still my boy, so don't worry about that. Okay, but like Matt Atkinson said in an interview, um, he said, nothing happens on a soap opera. Nothing on a soap opera is an accident. Okay, so whatever you see on the screen is what you're meant to see on the screen. So keep that in mind because Deke. Okay, this whole episode is about Deke. Well, and Katie too, but yeah. Okay, so Deke was right from the thing because nepotism. Let's just call it out nepotism. Okay, and then also Steffi was shady as because she made Hope fire her own brother. That's got to be something. Okay. Okay. So Deacon's fired. So then Deacon, his father, the great Sean Kanan, uh, made up for it because he hired him as a waiter or I don't know, waiter, busboy. Not really sure what. But that boy, he can act because I felt bad for him because you can tell he doesn't want to be there, but he's thankful for the job, but he'd rather be in fashion. So okay, so then remember all that. Okay, then Katie and Bill happen to be having lunch. They're on a date and they pick Giardino's, right? They just happen to pick Giardino's, right? Okay, so Katie and Bill are talking to each other. And also, I got to put this in here. Sean Kanan had the best like one liner to Don Diamond about, "Hey, it's good to see you. We're almost related." And Bill was like, "Don't remind me." Yeah. Okay. So they have great play with each other. I like it. Okay. So then uh okay, Deke just happens to be there, and then Katie and Bill are talking about, well, we should start online, but I don't have designer. I need a designer. I need some stuff. I need product, and then she's like, well, maybe our designer is right here in front of us, and then so she calls over Deke and says, well, you don't think your dad would mind if you took a little break, would he? And then he's like, no, I don't think so. So then she kind of says, Bill, go away. And so he goes to the bar. And so they have a conversation. And, Katie says, I'm sorry you got fired. I know what happened. And, I'm really sorry about what happened and how it happened. And I want to help you out. But I think you can help me out too because I have to prove to my sisters that I can do this. But I need a designer to help me. So maybe you could help me prove my sisters wrong. And then that's where we leave it. But I was like, all right, woo! Okay, so like I called it, and I can say I called it. I said, okay, Katie is going to have this line, and for once, it's going to be her line. So she doesn't have to answer to anybody. So then she can hire whoever she wants. So she's going to hire Deke. So Deke is back in. Woohoo! Never been so happy for a boy in my life. Because that boy, I felt so bad. Because he was like gung ho. He was designing stuff out the yin yang. And they weren't using them. And then it was like, and then Katie saves him. So I'm like, yes. And for the record, I've said it before, I'll say it again. I want Katie to prove everybody wrong, and I want Katie to have that moment in the spotlight that she's always wanted for like decades, ever since she was a kid. Because, and this I can attest to a little bit because I was the youngest sibling in my family. So when you're the youngest, you feel you have something to prove. So I want her to win. I want her to win so bad. Because also, ultimately, I want her to shut up, everybody. Because let me just say, Brooke and Ridge have no faith in Katie whatsoever. They're both dogging her. They're saying she doesn't know what she's in for. She doesn't know about the cost of stuff and the competition and yada yada yada. And I'm like, oh my God, could you please shut up? So yeah, I want her to 1-2 and give them the 1-2 punch, and then maybe they'll shut up for 5 minutes. So yeah, I'm all in, man. I'm all in. Oh, okay, but also I forgot to do spoilers on Friday. Okay, so I'm all with the storyline of Katie, right? The other storyline, the major storyline, is Taylor and Deacon. Okay, now I called it from the beginning. Okay, Taylor is going to cheat with Deacon, or they're going to cheat with each other, or whatever, right? So Taylor is single, so I guess she's not going to cheat, but he's going to cheat on the Sheila. But cheating on Sheila, not a good look, not a good move. But it's going to happen because somebody, and I forget who, is going to say, you can have feelings for Deacon. It's not professional. And she keeps saying, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. She's going to do it. She's going to do it. It's like written there. So it's going to happen this week because the spoilers was somebody, like I said, somebody was talking to Taylor and telling her don't do it. And she's like, yeah, I would never. And then they're going to do it. So that's going to happen this week too. So we might get to see Sean Kanan for 2 days this week. All right. I love him. I love him. He's great. I mean, I saw him when he was AJ Quartermain back in the day. And he's still great, by the way. So, yay. All right. All right. Bye, everybody.